say the only thing worth having was found at the end of each day. But that was then and this is now, and he's far gone, and his voice had lingered on for far too long. He said, my fearless son, you can't be stronger than them all. Their blades control the sky and if you'll jump you'll likely fall. And you need an alibi just to pass by in this life, cause your shield can't protect you from death's sight. When he left to find himself, I left his spirit and body and soul. I also left my family, literally. Cause if he's not worth anything, then what do I know? I'm just a carbon copy of a death machine. And you'll never touch the water. You'll never see the sights that I, your father, have entrusted to you, entrusted to you. I'm sorry, but you will never touch the sky. Comprehend, cause there's nothing holding me back from the end.
mention of the name brings to mind things so evil, so fantastic, so degrading, that you wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare. And a man who lived after death, lived on human blood, took the form of a vampire bat, and lured innocent girls to a fate truly worse than death.
Dracula. I am Dracula. I am Dracula.
You've seen your last sunrise.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It is the Summit 4 European Qualifier. I'm KotlGuy for Beyond the Summit. This handsome man right here is WinteR. WinteR, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. It doesn't feel morning to me because I've been staying up.
You've been not sleeping and playing Dota all night long.
I've
responsible.
been a responsible gamer.
Good for you. Now, you came in today, you're feeling the pub air, and you said what two picks were going to be popping up today?
Doom, Night Stalker.
And I'm saying Ogre McGee. But you were playing in Europe servers even though you're here in America, and you feel like that's what's in the water. We'll see if you're going to be right or not. So if you don't know, it's going to be Na'Vi versus Monkey Business here. They are in the upper bracket. We're in the round of 2. This is going to be their first match in Summit 4. It's their chance to make a brand new splash because it's a bit different here. Na'Vi, you know, it's been a struggling road for a while now.
To a new beginning for Na'Vi.
This is like the 4th new beginning. And for Monkey Business, it's been a little bit better. They've qualified for MLG, which is going to be happening in like a week or 2. So we'll see them there. It's coming up a little bit short. Yes, I'll be leaving you once again, WinteR. I'm sorry. But it's been a bit better for them. So a lot of people are anticipating Monkey Business is going to be the better squad. We'll see if that's the case or not. Let's hop into the draft, though, Brian, because look what WinteR has done. He has become the Oracle, and the first pick has been Doom. WinteR, why? Why Doom now? Is it just the Scorched Earth? What's making him the new hot commodity then?
He loves mangoes.
Oh my god.
I mean, mango has been, I think, part of a lot of the offlaners item selection in all my pubs, and I actually realize it's really good. Even if you get like more than 2 in the lane, somehow it works, you know, if you have a lot of regen. And especially for a hero like Doom, you want that mana in the early stages to just cast that extra Scorch Earth or that extra, you know, Devour, so you can actually farm. So the item is really good. And the Scorch Earth buff, even though it's only affecting, I think, level 3 and level 4 primary, level 1 and level 2 Scorch Earth still does the same amount of damage from before. But the hero has been, you know, strengthened by the fact that Mango has allowed him to have a better laning phase. It sounds weird that I say that, but
No, it's definitely different than the Doom we used to be used to in the olden days, where it's just like, oh, throw him in the jungle if it's not working out, or even like a crazy safe laner. There definitely is a new fresh way to play
and
Doom.
the other thing that allows Doom to come back as well is because teams have been favoring 2-on-2. Doom is okay against 2 heroes. But he was terrible against 3 heroes.
Well, he doesn't know yet he's only against 2.
Yeah,
If it was like an early commitment to a roaming bounty hunter or something, you'd get a better idea.
Yeah, because like in general, most of the teams nowadays like to run a 2-on-2 or 2-on-1 and then one freestyle roaming around doing whatever he wants. So Doom thrives in those sort of situations. And not to mention, I mean, the idea of the hero is still the same. You delete someone out of the fight, you take someone out of the fight, and you farm very fast. You come back because you have Devour, and eventually some of the games, if you have a good start, you get a Midas.
It's just crazy how it's already so different. Like, you know how they say like the meta is just like formed and birthed and shaped within that own tournament? Like when we just left New York, like these top 3 picks are always so different from what we were just seeing in ESL 1 New York. It's like already there's a new one brewing right beneath us.
Every day it changes, you know, with the new patch.
That's why Dota is just such a wonderful game, Winter. It just changes with the seasons, like underwear even. Just that was great. Now it's Shadow Demon first pick. What the hell's going on? But so tell me then, what's the significance for like a Shadow Bean? Because back at the time it was like, oh, if they got an Omni Knight, maybe we'll just creep one of these in, or we'll pair it with a Mirana. Is it just his like maybe lane zoning capabilities? I know he's still really good at kind of being that bully.
I'm not sure though. I feel the hero's still the same as before. He got like what, a buff from the poison, like a lesser cooldown, if you recall. Yeah, the hero is still fairly the same, and the purpose of the hero is to, like you mentioned, zone in the lane and set up for arrow, set up for something, you know.
Lena stun maybe in the future.
Yeah, and the ultimate is just very good at kiting heroes like a Doom. Like BKB reliant carries, especially in team fights.
Yeah. Lich picked up second here for
yeah,
Monkey
but the
Business.
Broodmother
That's
was
cool.
the pick that was so popular.
Oh yeah.
The day before when we were casting every game. Brood.
Do you think it was Mag who did it? Because we were watching Vega play here in Nanyang, and they just went ham with it was actually against Monkey Business too. Like they were like, you know what, we're confident in Mag, even if they kind of pull out all of your common Brood counters, he will make the proper adjustments, and he just showed that the Brood was good regardless.
I read the guide about Brood in versing all the situations.
That's disgusting. Why would you read that?
Because it's interesting. Apparently a pub player taught Mag how to because in the CIS region, like there's this fan, a diehard fan of the CIS team. He actually gave advice to Mag and Phobos how to play Brood.
He's like a Brood fiend. They went to like a Brood specialist.
2,000-3,000 games.
Oh my! See, I think that's a smart idea for some teams to do. Like you just go out to your local like hero specialist, like, hey, I play Winter Wyvern 5,000 times, and they can like learn maybe something special there.
Someday when everyone is picking Keeper of the Light or Earth Spirit, I have this feeling that
eventually Earth Spirit is just going to be in Captain's Mode, and some people are going to come to me like, hey, by the way, how do you do the stone kicking thing again? I'll be like, now you need my help.
It's not more about how to use his spells. I think for Brood, it's item selection. When and what type of situations you choose, what sort of equipment. I think that is the most difficult part of the hero. It's not about the micro, about the spiders and how you take your abilities, but against what hero you take what items, and obviously what spell to max. Like against certain heroes you want to max your web and get a passive, but in this game it'll be not seen. We'll have the Doom and Lich, which is going to be on the same lane. I seen that in pubs just now. I was gonna say recently, then I just realized I just saw it just now.
So where did it come from? If pubs are picking it up, usually the trend goes pubs are just playing with what the pros have been playing.
Yeah, lane dominance, I think. I mean, it's really strong in securing the Doom's farm. You secure the Doom's lane early game, and it gives the Doom the armor as well, because Doom is very like you don't have base armor at the start.
Get
So-
that Ice Ogre going and Frost armor. Then who's got no armor now, you know?
So
Really,
it sort of solves a lot of the Doom's problem in the start of the game. You want to have a good start as a hero, and you want to have armor. So tada, you have Lich.
yeah, kind of two birds with one
But
stone.
for
You get
me,
your lane
Lich-
dominance in the armor.
Lich plus 3 man. It's the two most boring heroes in the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. When you pick up Lich, you're not looking to have a fun time. You're just kind of like
You're looking to annoy.
you're annoying, and you're gonna be W clicking your team a lot, a lot throughout the whole
Yeah,
game.
the Wraith King is like a sort of a counter to the Doom, because if you delete someone, but what if that someone has 2 lives, a second chance?
And then he gets an Agnum Scepter, and he has 3 lives, and he does the Wraith. Have you seen that when you
No.
get an Ags and a Refresher, and you go into Wraith
it's
mode?
terrible.
You can. I know it is because you're stuck with an Ags and a Refresher, but it's hilarious. You can't seem to bring the guy down because he keeps coming back. But
He does well against the Doom, but he's gonna get kited. Like he's going to get
Yeah.
slowed by the Frost armor. So that is my primary concern of the Wraith King.
and
this
now
game.
Jakiro as well. So you're gonna have all the extra power from that liquid fire to kite him around.
We saw quite a few builds on Wraith King, like the Blink plus Armlet plus Blade Mail. But this game could be the game that he might want to consider getting a BKB, because there's so many stuff that can actually kite him around, disable him, lock him down. And the Razor, I presume, would be going mid for Navi, with the Wraith King going to the safe lane, and Shaker might still be their off laner. Oh no, anti-fun. Burn the Wraith King's mana. You doom him, then you burn his
That's
mana.
a lot of hate.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's a lot of hate for this Wraith King here. I'm a bit nervous here for Havost. And now we know Dendy's coming to this Razor. It's not like a typical Dendy, flashy kind of hero.
It's sort of a very one-dimensional hero. You want to
Yeah.
beat your opponent in the lane, and then you want to transition out of the laning phase with a mech, probably most of the games, and you want to push towers with mech, Aghanims, maybe a BKB or SMY later. But it's still really good against the AM though. Razor is really good against AM. Any sort of minus armor is very, very effective in the early to mid game against AM.
Should Navi consider going something where they can kind of like turn up the tempo a bit? I don't think this is a lineup where you want to go very late against
Yeah, I
Doom,
think
AM, and all
they-
that. You might need to commit to getting a very strong early to mid game, or maybe pushing towers or something. Because if this goes
I
too
actually
long,
like Chen though against this lineup.
Chen
Yeah, but I don't know if any team plays Chen anymore nowadays. Because it's
Secret played it.
It's
ESL.
pushing, yeah, just one game, but it's more about pushing, like you mentioned. If you want to run the Shakers off lane, because Shaker plus Shadow Demon support though, it's like, for me, it's like, I don't know how I feel about it. It doesn't feel like it's gonna mesh well, you know.
Yeah. What about getting like that Lena, that value Lena in there?
Yeah, I think
involved?
either you get another stunner to follow up the Shadow Demon disruption. or
Ew, that's a
you-
Tinker. That's gonna be a Dendy Tinker. That's gonna be a support Wraith King. That's gonna be a Havost Razor. Ho ho! Flip that script. Am I right? I mean, look at that.
Huh. I'm actually thinking of so many possibilities. It might also be Shaker plus Razor off lane, then Shadow Demon and Wraith King, and then Tinker mid. It's still a possibility. How are they actually gonna lane these?
Tinker.
I think Tinker is definitely a call. Okay, Tinker and Razor is definitely a call. But the Wraith King and Shaker, I would actually probably lean to Wraith King more being a call.
Okay.
But I wouldn't count out the fact that Wraith King because Wraith King as a support is also not that bad. It's just that I feel they are picking the Wraith King here to specifically counter the Doom. So I think it's gonna be a call. So Shadow Demon plus Shaker would be the support duos, even though it's not gonna mesh very well. But they have a tri-core lineup which scales really well early, mid to late game. Because Tinker is a beast against AM late game because you have that unlimited ship. But
Yep.
at the same time, AM will mana void if you get caught out and kill the Tinker.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure at some point Doom's gonna get his Blink Dagger, and if Tinker's not careful pushing out these side lanes, he'll get jumped, and he will have a very tricky
Monkey
time
Business
getting
needs
away.
a space maker for mid lane. Benno, I think, probably it's something that they put Big Daddy No Tail on a lot.
Well, they've been putting him a lot on Ember recently, but that has been banned.
But it's not so
out.
suitable this game though, I think. Because they have AM Doom and AM are both cores that eat up resources. They
Yeah.
want to be using the map to farm
Yeah.
and a lane. So
What about like a Viper or something disgusting like that?
Viper is
He has a hard time catching though.
yeah, Viper is like really
Oh, good
Okay.
call with the Venomancer. I got a sticky cousin though.
sticky cut.
All right. No, he plays a lot of Venomancers, so
it's a space maker. Basically, Viper is like you mentioned, it could be a space maker like when you push, but Viper is more, it's difficult to defend when you fall behind. It's a big problem. Venom is a hero that if you fall behind, you can still hold your ground. You defend the towers, you buy time, and if you're hit, even better, you get a Midas, you get an Aghanims faster, you pressure. So Venom for me is more all-rounded, but Viper relies more on being a hit.
And Venomancer is just so annoying. I say this frequently whenever he does tend to pop up, which is much more recently than it used to be. He's very annoying to have to deal with. You get a jump on him. He's probably going to get the Nova off, and you're going to be very weak and wounded from the battle of trying to take down the Venomancer that you're probably going to have to go back to base and heal up. And that's all that time and space, and everyone's wasted.
But in a team fight, after everything has happened, the AM comes in, cleans up everyone. That is the ultimate plan.
That is the ultimate plan here. I'm getting a little bit of...
They have a lot of damage over time with the Jakiro, the Doom, and the Venom.
Brian, my producer buddy, are you seeing this here? This little Chop City hat? What is going on here? All right.
I am fine, my friend.
You're fine? Maybe I should go for a quick reconnect. Do we think that's the best thing? I'm definitely getting like a... Come on, Reborn. Work with me. I'll go ahead and do a DC Rec here. Get back into the game.
Okay, then Navi, on the meantime, they're actually smoking S5 into the enemy jungle.
Oh, so it sounds like I might just miss something here. Hopefully
nah,
not, though. They're moving. It's a Conga line. It's a full... Here, I'm back in, and it's still happening. Okay, wonderful. Well, we'll try to keep tabs here to make sure we're not going to miss any action. They are invading and putting priority and dropping down a ward here. They're going to block out the camp. They're going to put on the far left side. But they're not done yet. They're still on the prowl. The Bloodhounds are out, and well, they're not going to be finding anyone. They were hoping to get a jump maybe on a Monkey Business member here at the bottom, but that's not going to be happening. It looks like they are putting more priority and going for one of these top runes, and they'll just kind of leave what looks like Havos behind to pick up.
Yeah,
that
they
one
want to
bottom.
contest actually. I think they are going to contest with the Razor, Shadow Demon, and Shaker. Or maybe do 2-1-2 like I was talking about. Shaker plus Razor.
Oh, winner, they're committing in. Early lead and disruption. Fissure's going to catch him right down the middle, and they're going to be split up like it's Moses and a Fly eating the most of the damage here. That Lich trying to get back away, but it's actually PSM now getting isolated out. There's a beautiful dual breath. The right clicks come, and Fly's going to be one to pick up the first blood. And now they're going to just bully Funnick here and force him to just, have to chew through this early regen if possible. But it is going to be Monkey Business who do strike first.
It came at a cost though, because usually you want to have Dark Ritual on Lich at level 1, so you actually secure that lane dominance, and you want to have Devour on Doom as well. So I mean, even though they got, did they get the bounty rune? I wasn't too sure about that. Bounty rune, Razor, Jakiro. So one apiece.
Okay, I'm gonna reconnect again, Winter. Sorry, I'm gonna actually just.
Maybe you should restart.
Yeah, I am. I'm just closing all of Dota. So you are the cameraman, Winner. Don't blow this.
Okay, I will try my best. My settings are not really good for cameraman.
All right, everyone, prepare for nausea.
Because it's really choppy.
No, that's fine. Just think of it like you're, Steven Spielberg.
They are contesting the lane, and AM got a TP to go towards the offlane. I'll try not to move around too much, because mine is really quick. And they are probably gonna move their lanes as well. Navi gonna choose to follow the AM wherever he goes. They want to make sure that he doesn't get a really good start get the game rolling for him.
Okay, I am back in, but there's still a chop here. It's pretty unfortunate, to be honest, but action's breaking out. Fly's going to get whipped there. Will be taken down. PSM could be the trade. He's able to sneak away because now the damage continues to be sapped here. Miracle, though. Look at a body block Havos a little bit. We'll be able to blink away from trouble, and the dust will settle with Shadow Demon just kind of eating the most of that brunt damage. Navi end up getting themselves onto the board, and a lot of emphasis on this freaking top lane. You were not kidding, Winter, when you were talking about these like 2-1-2 laning matchups. Doesn't feel much more like it's let's rotate around early. It's let's put huge emphasis on the lane itself.
I think during TI, a lot of the teams that pick AM, I feel they got away too much with it. They didn't get pressured. I think AM is a carry that needs to get pressured at the start of the game. So we've seen teams adjusting more and more as we see more teams that are picking AM. The AM comes under a lot of pressure in the early phase of the game. And another rotation here for Moon Meander as well. He's got the Golem, the whole boulder, and Crit is invis, so they might want to set up a kill here.
They might flank him with... they don't have Ice Path, though. But they're going to go with the Liquid Fire, Dual Breath, and Big Dinotail with that Poison Sting. And Dendi is in trouble, and he goes down. Tries to get off what burst he can, but it doesn't matter. Scorched Earth, keep Moon fine.
Anti-Mage is happy now. Finally, he gets a lane. And no one's there to stop him from farming.
Man, what is happening with Reborn? Even my gamer grip is reversed. It's like not what it used to be at all here. I'm gonna reload the casting thing.
Are you guys using my camera still? I can change my settings now if you need to.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm gonna take a look here and see what is happening.
I think this has to be here, I remember.
Does VSync need to be on, maybe? Let's
Yeah,
get that.
okay. I changed my settings.
Let's go here. Sorry, I just want to see if I can get this adjusted. I don't know why it's doing the bop thing.
I'll just keep you updated on what's going on in the game so far, Dakota, while you...
I appreciate that, Winter. You were just a saint.
So, in the middle lane, it's still a wash, I guess. Even after that kill, I don't really expect Venom to get too far ahead because he's a hero that just focuses on getting his own farm and securing his own experience, which is most important for a Venom. You don't really expect a Venom to win a lane unless it's a Venom versus TA. A Venom against Tinker is more of just 50-50 farm. I'm going to make sure I get my levels and the Tinker's going to get this farm from March of Machines. So
Is it easier, though, for the Tinker to be able to flash farm like a Venom? It's not like the olden days where you could just use March.
Obviously, it's better for the Tinker because you can go into the jungle, whereas Venom is much more difficult. Even if you stack Ancients and you farm with the wards, it's going to be very, very slow compared to what the Tinker can actually do in the game. So right now we see Fly alone on the off lane. All those rotations have left all the lanes really weird. And Doom has gone into the jungle middle lane. They're going to go on Dandy here.
Yeah, they got him. Gale's going to be there. The wards come out. He needs just one last auto attack to help secure it. He's trying to bottle up as much as possible. Dandy, can he make it away? No! He will go down, poisoning, and Big Daddy will sacrifice himself, committing all the way in for that dive. And, well, here comes PSM trying to spank as much damage as possible onto Moon. And what a beautiful block coming in.
It was still really worth it, though, Dakota. Venom got the first, the kill on the Dandy. Sorry, not the first, but and the kill on the Courier as well. Oh my god, the Doom. The Doom, the Doom shot. Oh my god, almost killing PSM there.
He's barely making it out.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was still much more gold going into Monkey Business pocket on every of the other heroes because they managed to get that career. It was a ground career again. Yesterday we saw a game as well that actually lost the mid laner the lane because it was CRS Rejects didn't upgrade their career to a flying one at minute 4, and this time around we see it again from Navi. Didn't upgrade the career and the career got killed. And Moon Meander gonna get the kill on the Razor. Not sure if you caught that out.
No, fortunately still having things apparently just reset all of my configs to default for whatever reason. Had the music all the way up loud and everything. So the Kotl curse has followed me apparently all the way here back to the West Coast. I'll try my best to make do, but I am still apparently choppy. Very unfortunate here, but it looks like it's something we'll hope to fix probably in between game 1 and 2.
Yeah, we had an update today, so maybe it has something to do with the update.
I don't know. This is very foreign to me, but Winter is probably going to be mostly on you for camera. No pressure, bro. I'll just try to keep along with my slideshow Dota on the other side in the meantime here. 4-3, though. Monkey Business, just kind of some early dominance. You can even see in the mid lane. Look at this commitment on the full Poison Nova. Denny's going to be forced to step back. And
is he going to be dead?
He might have to go down.
Oh, he should be fine.
I mean, he's fine, but he'll have to go through all of his bottle to get back into shape, and that means that Big Daddy has the space to move elsewhere with his bottle, pick up the bounty rune, and sweep back into the lane. Bottom, they're trying to get a hold of Miracle here. He's going committed back behind the tower, and Funnick is looking to go in and investigate here, and Miracle's already out the side.
The cutting blade, actually.
He found a nice little escape path. Funnick's not going to scout him out and going to have to turn back the other way. All right. Navi just trying to kind of keep up the pressure there. They know that Miracle, if left unnoticed, could kind of creep on him a bit. But they're kind of getting hit from all fronts because Big Daddy's taking over this mid lane now.
Yeah, he's... Oh my god, he gets another Gale onto Dandy.
He's in trouble. He's done for. He's going to just try his best to help. He needs rotation power, and here it comes. Shadow Demon, so Nico. They're going to be able to get the kill. Dendy does get denied.
Oh my god, I actually think he's fine though. Because it was a level 1 Gale.
There was a ward there though. Maybe he was just worried it would have got that one last hit.
He could have popped his regen. I'm not so sure about that though. I thought he would actually been able to survive that.
I don't know if the ward auto attacked him. It would have had poison sting.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be close though because he had to pop his regen right after that.
Yeah, that was very awkward. Oh well. We'll pull back for now. PSM's gonna go back on stacking duty, but yeah, Funnick's gonna get caught out. Set up probably from crit. Actually, didn't even need to use committed ice path at all. Just sweep in, get the quick and easy kill.
This AM has been back into the game if you look at the net worth chart after that disastrous early game. Only one CS at minute 4. Now it's minute 8 almost, and he has 2700 net worth. He's the highest, like one of the highest. Like everyone is on more net worth than the Na'Vi heroes right now.
Even Fly is getting a lot of love in this offlane setup
he
on his
actually has
Lich.
so much net worth.
He's getting up there almost level 7 on this Lich.
Yeah, this is because they rotated Moon into the jungle earlier, freeing up much more resources to the whole team.
Yeah.
So things are really looking good for Monkey Business. Their Space Maker Veno is doing very well, level 7, highest net worth in the game, constantly pressuring mid, so Dandy always has to be there. This is the thing, right? Because if the creeps are always at the tower, it's difficult for a Tinker player to go and stack and do whatever you want in the jungle. And
Big Daddy could be in trouble here. Yeah, they're looking to sweep it from behind. PSM will set it up with the disruption. So Nico waiting for the Rayfire Blast. They're going to get it. Big Daddy did get the Nova off here, and they might get Dendy as the exchange. And this is why Veno is just such a problem. Good 3-man gank, but you will still lose something for it. Fly actually very low as well. Almost got taken down there, but it's a Tinker for the Veno. And this also is going to be forcing PSM back a bit to heal up. So Nico's also very low. And that was all in the effort just to take down Venomancer. And while they have to step back and heal WinteR, that leaves room for both Crit and Fly to start poking at this tier 1 mid lane.
Na'Vi has to up the tempo of the game though, but the problem is Dandy's Boots of Travel has been slowed down by such a huge amount of time. So they are really very worried right now because AM is getting free farm. The longer they wait, the longer the AM gets free farm. And Shaker has really not much he can do to pressure the AM at this point of the game.
Yeah, poor guy's not even level 6 yet. So he's just trying to get a little bit of that soul farm to get at least the Echo Slam here, but this Earthshaker definitely starved a bit.
The most ideal target you want to have against the AM is the Razor on his lane right now. Like all those musical lanes has just cost all the heroes so much time and teleport scroll goal as well in the early phases that Na'Vi felt like it was not worth it to keep continuously moving their heroes.
Smoke comes out from the business.
They want to use their Doom.
They're going on an adventure here. Doom is ready to go, as you said.
Yeah.
He even has the shard split just in case things get hairy.
They're looking for Dandy.
Oh, Dandy. It's not going to be here. So Nico, though, will show
Dandy
his face.
is
He's not even
farming-
level. He's not even
farming
level
the
6
enemy
yet.
jungle. They know Dandy is farming jungle, but they're at the wrong side of the jungle.
Yeah. They might end up just going in for Wraith King here. He does not have 6. He does have it now.
Oh my god, I think it was not good to steal his ultimate.
Uh-oh. Well, he's better
He
get, he
dies.
got to get out of here. Uh-oh. Not happening, though. Ice Blast. Here comes his second life. Are they going to send in some help? It looks like Shadow Demon's going to be first in. Big Daddy. No Nova available here. PSM just gets doomed instantly and annihilated. Wraith King goes down as well. Na'Vi lose 2. I don't know why Shadow Demon felt like he'd be able to do something about this pressure.
Yeah, that's why when we talk about Wraith King in the past, we always talk about saving the skill point of the ultimate, because that was a point where you don't really want to pop your ultimate, so you only skill it until you really need it, because it's such a long cooldown at level 1 that you don't want to use it on an unwanted situation where there's nothing you can gain from popping the ultimate there.
He is like just only level 6 though. It's not even like he's getting close to 11 and it's like, oh, maybe he'll get to that next one. Bottom lane though, they're going to go for Dendy. Dendy eats some fierce right clicks coming out. Crit's going to get the bit, and good catch with the Ice Path. There's a Mana Void. See you later, Dondo. He's going to be taking down Tinker.
And they look so disorientated after the laning phase.
Yeah.
Everything was starting well. They got the right heroes in the right position, pressuring the AM, but once the lane started to switch around, it feels like they didn't really go back according to the plan, which is to pressure the
Uh-oh,
AM.
surprise. I'm a disgusting Ebola-mancer. Pops out the Nova. Funnick is just going to get kited and brought down to a slow and painful death. Nasty.
No TPs, no way to survive.
Just nothing.
And right now, Monkey Business is just going in to get all those deep wards done so they can actually scout out the movements of the Tinker and every other hero, so they can actually decide when and where to move their heroes to. They just need to make sure that they make a lot of space for the AM and they farm the AM as huge as possible so he becomes really hard to deal with. Because their heroes are actually not very good at dealing with AM if the AM gets too far ahead.
Yeah. And I don't think they're going to be able to do much about it. He's already got the Perseverance now complete, and you're one extra component for that Battle Fury. He's got Crit, his homeboy, hanging out nearby. And he's already picked up a Void Stone towards the Yules. These supports are flexing their net worth here. And bottom lane, Big Daddy's already setting up a small foundation of wards here. They are ready for a tier 1. Funnick is close. He could walk in for an echo, but they're going to need everything in their arsenal to put up a good fight here.
And they have a mech on Veno as well. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, they're going to lead in. There's Disruption, Fissure, looking for an opening. Dendy commits on in, is going to get doomed immediately, and now the Chain Frost goes out. See you later, Dendy. Havos could be the next to drop. He eats another hit from the Chain Frost. They also get PSM 4 immediately drop from the side of Na'Vi. It's disheartening to watch here as Monkey Business just easily rid of them, take down this tier 1, and continue to parade down this bottom lane. This is a stomping in the works here, winner.
Dude, you know the fastest GG yesterday was 14 minutes.
Well, it's been beaten. 13 minutes and 22 seconds is all it takes, and game 1 is over, winner. We may be in for a quick day today at this rate. Holy moly. You know what, though? It's probably for the better because my eyes were beginning to bleed from all my choppy lagginess. I hope we get the fix.
I tried my best with the camera work, guys.
It's all right. I appreciate that you were here to assist me in a time of need, Winter, but in the game itself, the one who really needed help was Na'Vi. What happened? Was it just from the drafting setup in that laning stage? It was very apparent, and they knew there was nowhere to go from there.
We did not even get the chance to talk about where they actually ran the Wraith King as a support instead, and they went for Shaker off lane, and they had to win the early stages more. So it was just really difficult that when they didn't secure the lanes, after minute 4 was when it all started. They swapped the lanes and they didn't follow the AM. I felt like they had to stick to the plan. They needed the Razor to constantly be on the AM's lane for their plan to work because they needed to win the early phase. And the other disastrous thing that happened was Dandy kept getting ganked. You know, that was also a really bad thing because Tinker is a hero that you cannot afford to fall behind.
Yeah, I applauded Na'Vi with their very clever late Tinker pick to try to like totally flip the script, but that Venomancer was a problem, and he definitely gave a lot of trouble. It
wasn't only the Veno as well. The Doom was also becoming a problem because he's constantly just getting so much from the lane. He got so much levels and he went to the jungle and he left the free lane for Fly, which resulted in 4 heroes getting farmed on the map, and Na'Vi has to scramble all their heroes around trying to
you're stuck with like a Wraith King all of a sudden. You're like, what am I going to do with this? You know, and that means
the heroes are just not so flexible, and it's very one-dimensional in this game.
Well, let's see if they can shake that one off and come back in game number 2 with a fresh game plan here, because otherwise they are going to be bumped down into that lower bracket in a quick 2-0 stomping from the Monkey Business here. So we'll come back in just a few moments for game number 2, and we'll quickly try to resolve some of these tech issues. We'll see you soon.
You've seen your last sunrise.
Well, hello everyone and welcome back to more Summit 4 European qualifier action. And if you're wondering, we are already into game number 2. WinteR game 1 was pretty damn fast. 13 minutes.
The game had lane swaps, but now it's our turn for lane swaps.
Oh, WinteR. Yeah, we did have to swap it up a bit. Unfortunately, that machine over there is having a bit of a flu. So I'm over on this machine over here. But don't worry, we have technologies where we can use the capturing from this computer instead. We'll be without audio, but we're going to make the best of it. Let's hop into that draft and see where the hell these picks are going. How about that? So it looks like the opener from Na'Vi, they're going to grab a Earthshaker here. Monkey Business lead in with a Darkseer, and this comes after a ban on that Doom WinteR that you had predicted for game 1. So Doom was a big part there. Na'Vi didn't like it. They don't want anything to do with it. They get rid of it.
Yeah, I think this Doom is probably returning to first pick, first ban from the past couple of days, and it's just the hero being very hard to deal with if he gets farmed and he deletes one of your heroes out of the game. It's very hard to take a team fight against Doom. And the Tusk and Queen of Pain, the Queen probably a bit unusual, but Tusk is more so that I feel is a hero that is still the strongest, one of the strongest picks in the meta. Even with the nerfs, I still think he does his job on the offlane very well, and he's very flexible. You can be a support, very good at roaming, very good at the lane. So overall, the hero is still really good even after the nerfs.
And they go again for the Jakiro here, what Crit played in the previous game. I mean, I wouldn't say that it was like, oh, crazy, outstanding Jakiro performance, part of the reason why they won, but it got the job done. And it worked certainly well with being able to kite a bit with what Na'Vi had in the previous game, but maybe they want it right now for its sieging capability. Just overall a tanky support, and just seems to be something that Monkey Business have in their Rolodex that they're not afraid to pull out.
It's Vacuum Ice Path as well, one of the old long-forgotten combos. We've seen a lot of Wyvern plus Darkseer, but Ice Path plus Vacuum is also very potent. Like throughout the game, it's sort of quite easy to execute as well. So right now, Na'Vi goes back for the Wind Ranger. They do actually run Wind Ranger on offlane at times, not only mid. That's Funnick used to play it a lot in the past, where jungle, you know, ancient jungling.
Yes. oh, do I? But how come he isn't go? I thought Batrider was like kind of getting back in the groove, and that was a Funnick staple for a while. Is Batrider not a thing anymore in the offlane? Is it just kind of like this S4 mid Batrider's working, but we're not at a point yet where the offlane Batrider is something that could work? I know that you shouldn't be stuck in a position where you need to forfeit the lane and go to the jungle anymore because you hand over so much, but I don't know. I just feel like Batrider maybe something they could benefit from. It just hasn't been something that Na'Vi have gone back for yet.
The team's just basically still new to the meta, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying stuff out, and
it's just funny how teams like Alliance are like quick to go back to like TI3 picks, like Night Stalker mid and Batrider again, and they're like, oh, we actually like this. It's nice. Na'Vi aren't quick to go back to the TI3 glory days, and they're still just trying to find their groove.
Experimental stage, which is what I like to call it during the first 2-3 weeks of the new patch.
Puberty, the early puberty phase of the meta, where you're just like growing pains here. Like, does this work? Oh, that's a pimple. I don't like that.
And Na'Vi is also going to take out the AM, which was almost becoming a problem in the first game. He was getting there, but overall, I think they need to be more, you know, certain, you know, with the decision making and stick to the plan, because the last game they had a plan to win the lanes, but then they didn't follow the plan. So I think it's more on decision making rather than all on the draft, you know, the last game. So I feel they need to have much more, you know, authority on their decision making in the game. They need to be more firm, you know. If you want to do this, you just keep doing this instead of trying to switch and change as the game goes by.
Yeah, play your game. Don't try to play the Monkey Business game. But for now, we don't even know what their established game plan is. They're going to be banning out that Night Stalker, and they will snag up the Gyrocopter for themselves. Provides even crazier team fight than what they got. Vacuum, Call Down, Ice Path, Wall, Holy Tamale.
Team fight.
Yeah.
Team fight is the name of the game, and usually teams against team fight, it's two ways you can go about it. It's either you pick stronger team fight, or you do split pushing, which is Earthshaker and Windrunner. You know, there's a lot of ways you can do with these two heroes.
Yeah.
You can either be going for a more speed push route, depending on what you want to run later on, but they can also be heroes that excel in team fighting. Echo Slam, and you go for sometimes the Silencer against heavy team fighting lineups.
Yeah.
We call Silencer the combo breaker. you see the vacuum coming out, and
Yeah.
everything is done after that. You cannot chain your spells together.
That's very true. But if they build a dramatic amount of team fight, it's only one global. So if they like catch out the start of a vacuum, let's say, and they quickly silence, Monkey Business could quickly just disperse a bit and then work around the long cooldown of a global. But I agree, if Na'Vi do want to challenge Monkey Business to this crazy hectic team fight, either they need to go in with a stronger fight or some way to combo break it here. Rubik provides a nice boost here for Na'Vi because there's just a lot to steal from the other side because there's so many big ultimates and big team fight
Ice Path.
spells. But yeah, Ice Path, that insta-cast is pretty damn nice.
And it also could be a hero that works with Monkey Business because they want to look to set up good lanes. So Rubik plus Gyrocopter could be a lane that's really difficult to deal with. So it's definitely, even though Na'Vi might want to, you might want to sometimes consider picking a hero because it fits the opponent's lineup well. So you're taking away something that the opponent wants to pick.
Beastmaster, though, is going to be snagged up.
Support Beastmaster or mid? Should be mid Beastmaster, I guess.
Do they play the mid Beastmaster? Miracle Beastmaster mid? We know obviously it's something of
he should be.
Fata
I
and
think he
Brax
should
like to
be
play.
playing the Gyro though, the Gyrocopter, and Big Daddy would be playing the mid Beastmaster. I think he's taking up more of the tempo control, the space maker, whereas Miracle is taking the more space consuming and farming orientated role.
Doesn't look like Na'Vi want to go into this team fight here. Spectre pick means they maybe want to take it later game.
It's a pick that also strengthens your team fight in some ways because you give vision early on. Even though Spectre is a hero that wants to farm a lot, but when you get a few levels and some basic items like Aquila, maybe you get the drums if you want to fight better. But most of the time, we see teams running Spec with just Aquila and maybe some place. I think Envy does the casual Morbid Mask so he can jungle, and then he goes for the Radiance after that. So Monkey Business going to finish their draft with even more team fight.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Beastmaster mid. Maybe Lich plus Darkseer. Not a lane that we see too much. I mean, it's quite an unorthodox lane.
They can't just leave Darkseer alone.
Yeah, because Darkseer is a hero that doesn't, you don't really need help.
Yeah.
And it's it's interesting because Darkseer you want to put Iron Shell on the creep, you want to push the wave. Whereas Lich you want to keep the wave at the same place with your sacrifice. So I'm not sure if you want to put the two heroes like this on the same lane. Maybe they have different ideas with this pick, but it certainly feels like they are going for team fight.
Yeah. And we don't know Lich and Jakiro to be ones to like roam around and gank. Like, look out for the incoming Jakiro gank, but I guess set up with an appropriate smoke. It's very tricky though, and I agree that their lane setup is going to be a bit awkward. It's like, holy God, he's coming, slow as molasses, but
Split push, pick off.
Yeah.
Bounty to play the vision game, so they have vision against the Beastmaster. Like both teams have vision controlling heroes. There's Beastmaster against the Bounty. So for Na'Vi, they're gonna look to stall time by pushing out waves with Fate Bolt, Power Shot, Fissure. Bounty will be moving around the map trying to secure information of the whereabouts of the Monkey Business heroes. Then Hovos will know where that is safe to farm. So they're gonna be looking to drag the game out as long as possible for Hovos to become like the strong Spectre late game, so you can actually take the game from there.
Doesn't that feel like pressure though for Na'Vi? Like, what if it doesn't go well? Is it just abandon ship again? Potentially.
I think Monkey Business this time will be the side that's looking to pressure the Spectre. The last game we saw Na'Vi being on the side to pressure the AM. This time around it's going to be Monkey Business looking to pressure the Spectre. I think it's going to be Lich plus Darks. Even though I feel it's weird to lane these two heroes together, but they are going to look to pressure the Spectre from the start.
Alright, fair enough. My video's not jumping, so that's a good start here, Winter, as you're going to be looking over my shoulder as we get the game underway. It's going to be game number 2 of this best of 3 here for the Summit 4. Both these teams still hanging in the upper bracket for now in the round of 2, but if Monkey Business are able to take a victory here, that would bump Na'Vi down, and they'd have to battle away from the lower bracket gauntlet here. So we'll have to see if it's going to work out for Na'Vi and what they anticipate going a bit in the later game, taking advantage, like you said, of that split push, of that map control, and having Havost farm up into a beautiful late game. But not if there's anything if Monkey Business have to say about it with their ridiculous team fight here. It looks like they'll kind of scat out the top rune for now, but they'll be at their own. Funnick. So he was able to get up here. Looks like he planted a nice, quick obs ward. He'll get the vision for himself. Can say the same for bottom here. Monkey Business would get a bit of ward on the side. So even split, Winter. Both sides just kind of Gonna have a bit of a mirror match here.
So the lanes are gonna be Wind Ranger against Beastmaster mid. That's gonna be obviously favorable for the Wind Ranger. Earthshaker, obviously you can't do much but get experience with using the Fissure to block the wave. And it's gonna be just coming down to how much the Spectre can get from the early game. How much is he gonna get pressured? And here we go.
This happened last time. Early breakout.
Oh, this is really not good for Na'Vi.
Yeah, they need to back down. It looks like
they are going to not get the bounty rune on their mid hero, but they're going to get it on Funnick, which is something that you don't really want to happen. You always want to give it to the mid hero.
Yeah.
But this is just what they have to live with in this game. Dandy's going to play with that handicap. It's actually quite significant though. If you don't get the bounty rune, more or less the lane becomes a different situation for you.
And Fly is hanging around the mid lane too at the start, so it's going to be a bit annoying for Dendy here potentially. But they do have Sonico to kind of poke about, so it looks like he'll start with a brief 2-on-2 skirmish.
He actually started out by sacrificing one creep in the middle lane instead of going to pressure the Spectre, which was what I expected more.
No, heavy emphasis on Big Daddy in a successful mid lane setup, it looks like for now, and they're just saying that this Darkseer is going to be able to do his own thing. Maybe just hoping that Havos is going to have a hard time dealing with the Ion Shell.
I think just going back to the point where it's just weird to have Darkseer plus Lich on the same lane. Because they both really don't feel like they work together. So Darkseer alone is going to do fine against the Rubik plus Spectre. He's going to get a lot of experience and farm. And Spectre is going to take a lot of harass.
Dendy going to win run here. And he will eat the Frost Nova. Sonico's going to poke in. He gets early damage on the Big Daddy here. If he can connect with maybe one more auto attack. What a shackle connecting from Dendy. Oh, needed one more right click. Not going to get it. Big Daddy will salve up. Very close there.
I think that was miscommunication though. Like Sonico didn't go in. I think even if he had to die to get that first blood, it's worth it.
Much worth it. But there's not going to be that kind of commitment. And the opportunity is going to be gone here. Checking out top lane, Funnick, who is going to continue to get zoned a bit here from Crit. That annoying early level in that Liquid Fire. It's going to force him to go through some early quick regen.
So I think from the lane setup itself, I would see Monkey Business coming out much better on top because Shaker is not going to get farm. And he's going to even struggle to get experience, whereas the Darkseer is going to be the difference maker. He's going to get much more farm than the Shaker and experience. Mid lane should be a wash, I guess. Maybe the Lich would actually put Beastmaster in a much more favorable position in the early game. So I think, Funnick, he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Flies there, slows him down. Dual Breath, he's going to be forced to dish out the Fissure here, but he's only got somewhere to run. Oh, there's the Nova, there's the slow, there's the Liquid Fire, there's the kill. Crit's going to pick up that one. And Business going to be picking up your first blood here. Not so hot for Na'Vi in another matchup where they can't afford to lose too much in the laning stage. Funnick is going to be off to a bit of a struggle here. Back at mid lane again, though. Sonico looking to commit deep this time. They're going to get the Fissure catch. He's in, and it's going to be a bit of a split up here. Dendy tries to put damage on the Fly, and they're not going to be able to take down either target.
They are really having communication issues. So everyone is not on the same page, and whereas meanwhile bottom lane, they actually managed to kill off the Darkseer, which was jungling. I think he just dropped very low.
Oh, he catches back end there. They're able to finally get a hold of Big Daddy. Good power shot. Cleans him up. Dendy grabs that one, and Na'Vi do scrap together a couple of kills across the board, and now ahead 2-1.
Yeah, I think Darkseer was probably just low because of jungling, because I don't have my own camera, so I have no idea.
And I can't hear anything here in the studio, so it's like if I hear a wind run or power shot, I don't know what's going on.
We have no idea what just happened.
We're handicapped as hell, but...
Yeah, Darkseer probably went low from jungling, and he's going to try and fight Hovos here, but Hovos with that Mango, poor man shield, and he still has the salve to actually get back.
He'll be able to heal up just fine. Does it right there. But look at this. PSM's thinking about coming in from behind. Get a good lift, put him under the tower here.
Darkseer has backup behind. Darkseer has backup.
Here comes backup, but it's going to be coming too late. Darkseer should go down. Crit shows up now, gets a dual breath off, but only going to connect on the PSM, and Crit's thinking about making a move onto him.
He looks like he's in trouble. The Desolate is doing so much damage.
It really is. Crit's going to have to walk back and away, and there's not enough mana for the dagger. Had it now, but not at the time.
That is why there's so much damage. Look at his skill build. 2 dagger and 3 Desolate, so he didn't get dispersion.
Nope.
I was like, why is he dealing so much damage?
It's Vos for you. Hefty right click. It paid off for him earlier being able to take down that Darkseer. So Nico hoping to scout out maybe a courier sniper, some moves here on the mid lane. We'll have to wait a bit. Dendy's still at level 4. Looks like it's about the same here for Big Daddy. Then he actually has a slight edge as far as CS, but the big breadwinner of this early game so far is still Miracle here. WinteR, 30 and 17.
Everyone doesn't have good CS apart from
Yeah,
Miracle.
he's the only one who's kind of like, I'm playing my own game here. No one's really pressuring me, and I know I don't have to worry too much about Funix, so I'll just do as I please, no problem. I imagine that once he gets to that level 7/level 8, has call down ready to go, he might look to party. For now, though, just eats a fissure and he'll step back.
Yeah, when you get that level 6, you always want to have a TP to... I imagine when he gets level 6 or maybe level 7, you TP to the Spectre's lane to get a kill on the Spectre. That would be the most worthy kill for your first call down, I think.
Oh, hell yeah. Will he get that kind of opportunity, though? I'm not too sure. Boop, top lane, there's action breaking out. Can't hear it, but Miracle's going to get thrown back. Call down does end up dropping. PSM could lose his own life here. He's committing in. Rocket Barrage mitigated a bit between the creeps, and he will finally get the kill. It's a double for Miracle. At that same moment, Jakiro's going to be going down. Miracle still alive and well. Alone at the bottom. They are going to get that Jakiro grab, so it's a split apart here. 2 supports go down. Rotation from Sonika to come up to this top lane. Fissure's going to connect, and look at this. Oh, the left lingering illusion there from Havos does a little bit of work, but now Havos eats a big Rocket Barrage. Miracle very low, not low enough. Oh, they can't get him down yet. There it is. Shuriken Toss comes out from Soniko. Will clean up the gyrocopter. Na'Vi will settle the score there and push themselves ahead now 5-3.
Wow, Hovos got really scared there because he didn't have vision, so he doesn't know if there's any more extra heroes coming in from behind. So he was playing really safe there, not going in for that dive. But eventually, they still got the kill on the gyrocopter with the Shuriken Toss, so all is still well for them. But right now, Monkey Business looking in a much better position because they managed to get the last couple of kills on the top lane, even though the gyro died, but he got 2 kills, right, on the Shaker plus the... Was it the Rubik or the Bounty Hunter? Can't remember, but he got 2 kills on the top lane in exchange for that.
It looks like he's building up in towards a Helm of the Dominator for now.
Interesting though, he's going for a much greedier build.
Oh, poor Phonic though. Still only a stout shield, not even boots yet. 300 gold. He is starved, and he is hoping to kind of get back into the grind here.
Yeah, we talk about the Gyro wanting to come in more aggressive and more participative in team fights, but he's actually going for like the more farming build. You know, he wants to just go the Helm of Dom, have that lifesteal, and just keep stacking ancients to secure his own farm here in this game. Interesting deviation from what we actually talk about. And they're gonna need to give a lane to Soneko soon to get his level 6.
For now, he's just like gonna create his own bit of space here, keeping Crit back, but obviously doesn't really have a target to work with, and until he gets his track, Bounty Hunter doesn't really seem like a very big threat at this point because a lot of targets are very, very tricky to take down on the side of Monkey Business until he gets that extra gunpowder here. PSM's going to be floating around the bottom lane, it would appear for now, but Na'Vi still just kind of hoping to get a bit more going for themselves in this laning stage. Vos has Haunt ready to go, but outside of that, there's no real team fight ready to play yet. This is just that still fragile phase where we still have these supports trying to build up in those level 6s. And then fireworks are going to start dishing out here, especially from the side of Monkey Business with their ridiculous team fight. Miracle just continues to farm up. He's going to have this Helm with a Dominator very soon.
Yeah, if you talk about like momentum, their momentum relies on the Beastmaster getting kills, you know, running around. I think they're gonna maybe do that soon with a smoke once. I think Darkseid was clearing the camps before this. They had some stacks for Darkseid to clear out, so he's really close to the mag. I imagine the next timing for them is you get the mag, then the Darkseid smokes with the Beastmaster, so you have the Iron Shell on the Beastmaster to get kills, and that's when you look to maybe place a ward down as well in the opponent jungle to scout the Spectre farming and try to get a kill from that out.
Trying to make it go on to Big Daddy here. There's the pullback, but he turns around. Primal Roar onto Dendy. Dendy gets a shackle, but now Dendy's under the gun. Dual Breath, Liquid Fire. He's slowly getting burned to a crisp, and he goes down. Havos even committing in, trying to use that extra Desolate damage to chop through Big Daddy. Is going to be able to bring him down. He eats a Dual Breath. He'll have to retreat out. PSM and Soniko trying to get a clean up themselves, but Soniko's very frail here. Has to be careful. Eats the Liquid Fire. Pullback comes out from PSM, but they just don't have enough to really chomp through the extra bit of damage. Ends up just being the Dendy for Big Daddy trade. Havos is going to have to head all the way back to base to heal up.
It's actually much better for Monkey Business that
Oh,
trade
yeah.
because they had to expand the horn for that.
Yep.
And Hovos didn't get the last hit
Nope.
on the kill.
Miracle. All
And
meanwhile
Miracle
gets
was
the farm.
farming. So at the end of the day, that trade was very favorable for Monkey Business.
Certainly so.
So we see the bounty actually trying to scout out for the stacks. Unfortunately, I believe Darkseer, because we couldn't see, but I think Darkseer cleared out the stack before that,
Yeah.
just based on minimap observation.
We'll see Miracle here, but he can dance with him a bit. But
Oh,
Miracle, what if he does a blind
wow,
call
that
down?
was so risky.
Yeah, it's like, what if he just kind of like rocket barrage, quick blind call down? Luckily, no detection on him or anything. So
Yeah.
Nico
So
heads
right
back.
now, both teams will be looking to get vision done. I imagine with smokes.
Yep.
So okay, we see a smoke from the Lich and the Darkseer here coming in. So they want to place vision into the maybe enemy jungle or behind towers. But they already have one vision here, one ward down near the tower here for Monkey Business on the tier 1.
Havos doesn't like
He's
this.
really scared.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like this. I got to get the hell back. He is able to finish off his urn. But nope, now they see Snow Nico. They got a dust for him. They got a roar for him. The axes come out, and so Nico will be taken apart. Fly's going to grab up that one. Your bounty
He
hunter.
has 3 wards with him as well. So that is all the vision that Navi has.
Yep.
He really needs to place them so Hovos can actually feel safe when he's farming. And we see the smoke. Well, this is actually really weird though, because the smoke, they smoke, but the wards is with the bounty, not with the Rubik.
Oh, but they're in a good position here. They're going to see Miracle. Can they make it work? Shackle connects onto the little golem. They unleash the focus fire. There's going to be the lift. There's going to be the kill.
Hovos gets the last hit this time.
Yep. Haunts in, commits. The 3 of them are going to be able to get a little bit of that purse as the rest of Monkey Business pressure out this mid lane here. Na'Vi just thankful to kind of get another kill on their side. Even though they're ahead 7-5, Monkey Business still in a bit of firmer grasp in this early game.
How many levels does Jakiro have now?
Jakiro is now up to level 8 here, pushing
So he
this
still
bottom
doesn't
lane.
have Ice Puff. He's just focusing on getting more points in the nuke, and obviously maxing Liquid Fire is
Yeah.
a must.
He should, I mean, maybe he's just
Because we
too
were talking
scared.
a lot about the combo, right? The vacuum into the Ice Puff.
Yeah.
It's why they drafted the Jakiro and the Darkseer together.
Well, gonna have to get Ice Path first. But I suppose you also need to get more levels in the vacuum for that anyways.
Yeah,
It's level
true.
1, so
That's
you
a
have
good
time.
point.
You have time to work with.
You have to sync both the spells together at the same time.
Yeah. Become one with the Dota spells. So Nico is like, I'm gonna walk up this hill, no problem. Oh my god, they got dust, they got nukes, they got damage, I'm dead. So Nico goes down, pings it out. That was a frustrating ping right there, I could feel it. He's just trying to get out there, as you said before, and just place
Place
these
the
He
wa-
still holds 3 wards. Na'Vi are in the dark. Let's look at their vision. Yeah, they can't see anything. This makes him very scared. Even Funnick, who's just inches out from the tower.
Funnick might be in trouble.
Yeah, doesn't realize he might be in big trouble. Dual
Level
breath.
1 vacuum.
Oh, steps back. There's the lift. Oh, puts him right under the tower into an Echo Slam. They might get this Darkseer, and they do. Double rotations come in. One will be canceled out. Na'Vi are able to get at least one brief snag, and will drop down the Darkseer. Cheeky play from them. Nice little catch on the moon.
So overall, the last couple of minutes, Hover still manages to get a good amount of farm. He's up to like 4.4k net worth, so he's just 1k behind the Gyro. I mean, as long as you actually keep in pace in farming, and even though you fall behind, it doesn't matter if you fall behind because Gyro is going to farm faster than Spectre. It's just about not falling too much behind that. The Radiance timing comes around 20, 21, 22. It's fine for Hovos if he's actually able to get it around that mark. And Gyro becomes a lot weaker when they have the Radiance on the Spectre at that time.
And I'll be convinced once the Radiance is picked up. We got
No,
a long game ahead
actually-
of us for
He actually
Host.
bought a lot of small items.
Yeah.
He went back for the urn.
Yeah. Does make the build up for the Spectre take a bit longer. And I don't know if Na'Vi can afford that time quite
Yeah,
yet.
so maybe now 21, 22 minutes might be difficult.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he built so many small items.
We're talking about by then, there's just going to be a ridiculous team fight put together. The vacuum levels are.
I mean, if
coming
he gets a lot
online.
of kills in the team fights, it's still possible.
Oh, yeah. There's always that if. But now with Mech ready to go, being able to burst through this Monkey Business lineup is not going to be as easy. But
Is Lich building a medallion? Because what I can see their plan is they want to get a pick off, they want to put bots down, and they want to get Roshan at some point. Because Beastmaster, you have the Necrobook, you have the Inner Beast, you want to actually make you want to actually make the play and then go for objective. Like you either get wards down or you get the Roshan. So at some point they need to use their lineup to get that advantage.
Uh-oh, they want to go for Havos. Big Daddy going to lead in. There's the Primal Roar now. Do they have enough burst to follow it up with? They certainly do. Fly steps in, gets a nice little Nova Blast. And Havos will be slain.
So a very, very important kill
Yep.
there. And if you look at the vision for Nami, finally, they have 2 wards up.
But they're very aggressive.
Very aggressive wards, which
Yeah.
is something that I'm not so sure.
Counters the playstyle they're going for.
Yeah,
when
because
it's
they
like you
have-
should stall out and get defensive wards.
They have to be helping Hovers secure vision so he
Yeah.
feels safe to farm though. I mean, it's good to have aggressive wards, but in this game I feel their situation in particular requires the wards to be much more defensive so Hovers can actually sniff out all the ganks if he has the appropriate vision to do so.
Miracle dropping a call down here as he sees a TP. Helps him secure that tier 2. Navi's trade is only taking that tier 1 at the top lane. Dendi will pick up that tower and he gets closer to his Agnum Scepter, but as we were just talking about, their true dark horse is Havost on the Spectre, and if he doesn't feel safe farming even under his own tier 1 tower, then something is not
Wow.
right.
PSM has actually a very useful steal here. He got the Iron Shard before, so he was using it to push out the lanes to buy time for their team to
Yeah.
actually farm up. So he's gonna want to get
Oh,
another spell
man.
now since it's gone.
Jakiro has
So
a Yules.
finally 1 level in Ice Path.
Yeah.
The combo is still not that strong though because it's just level 1 Ice Path. Ideally you want to have at least 2 or 3 points so you can actually lock them down for a decent amount of time for your Macropire and your Dual Breath to actually do a lot of damage. So even though he got the use at a really early time for support Jakiro, but it's still not that scary yet because he still has only 1 point in the Ice Path.
Still feel that Navi are
Wow.
the team that's
That's
going to be a
a
bit
big career
handicapped
kill.
here. Yeah, so
Is that the
Nico
Yasha?
gets the
2-0.
catch and
Yep.
it's the Yasha that was belonging to Miracle. Going to be taken away. It was funny because I was just going to get ready to criticize Soniko a bit because it felt like this bounty hunter,
That deep ward scouted the
that's
career.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's enough. Quickly, Monkey Business just kind of move into Navi's woods, and it's like,
I
that's
mean,
fine, we'll just take this over.
That's actually quite a significant pickup because Yasha is his farming too, so it essentially slows down the Gyros farm by a good amount of time. Because with the Yasha, he's able to move faster from camp to camp and farm a lot quicker.
They got Yule's Ice Path. Is detection
Oh,
coming in?
level 1
Flies
Ice
on the
Path.
way with the dust.
Level 1 Ice
Oh,
Path.
there's the vacuum back, but he doesn't catch him with the dust. So Nico's going to be fine.
If only he had more points.
3, not enough.
No, I mean the Ice Path.
Oh, yeah, the lockdown was decent, but not long enough to get Fly close. Meanwhile, Dendi, though, using this Focus Fire, trying to chunk down this tier 2. We'll bring in the extra penny for Navi. Nice little grab. They'll take every bit they can get. We look back to Havost, who is trying to be the insurance policy here. Over 2k gold now, but
If
still has a way to go.
If he doesn't die anymore, it's still possible for him to get around 21, 22.
Mhm.
It's still possible at this rate. They need to make sure that they protect him and give him vision. Oh no, another sentry bot for the bounty. This is just not his day, yeah?
I'm going to be sneaky here. Uh-oh.
Well,
Turns
whoa,
back. There's
whoa.
going to be the haunt, though.
Okay,
They're
maybe
committing
not.
In. Top lane, actually, where they're going to get the quick snag on the Big Daddy while they go for the tier 2. We keep focus here on the bottom, though, as Darkseer.
he missed the vacuum there.
Yeah. Needs to track, and now he's going to be a bit frustrated with this. And Navi are able to get another one for themselves. They're up to 9-7, but we look at the net worth. It's still in favor of business. Not by a whole lot, about 2,500. And Havos continues to creep closer and closer towards that Radiance here. Dendi, though, able to pick up his Agnum Scepter WinteR. That's a big boost for him, and they have a double stack to work with.
Not the fastest hero to farm the double stack.
No, not at all.
You have
Maybe
to
if he had a Maelstrom or something, but he doesn't have anything
you
like
have
that.
to focus fire the bigger creeps and start from there. But right now they have sort of secured some sort of like vision finally on their own jungle. Sonic, I think he got spotted placing that ward because there was already a dire ward there earlier. Am I right?
Not right now. There was earlier.
Yeah, I think he actually might have got spotted, so I'm not sure though because I can't really see.
Got that bird.
But now the dagger comes up for the Rubik and the Darkseer. And okay, Roshan time as well.
Necro level 2. Big Daddy holds a haste rune here. Has Primal Roar, and maybe they feel confident with taking a fight or at least just going for the Roche. See if they can draw Navi out from the dark.
Yet on fly? No, he actually didn't go for the medallion. So, this is actually going to not be as fast, but
Where's that Yasha?
it's still in the career.
Is he still dead?
Yeah, still dead.
No, he's alive now. Get it out there. All right. They'll wait a bit. They start Rocket Barrage and chunking down this Roche. It's about half of its life. Ping's slowly coming out here, but Soniko is, I don't know, got to be a bit nervous to come around the pit.
They should
There's a
know
sentry
what's
down.
going on because the wards actually scouted
and
that
plus
out.
Fly's tracked, and he's, what's that Lich hanging around the river for? So Nico better be careful here. He's going to potentially walk into vision. Does get the ward down, but he will lose it. Do they commit for Soniko? No. They're going to head elsewhere here. Is it on? Oh, hold on. Fissure out. Big shackle connection on the Big Daddy. There's going to be the echo, but a vacuum wall does come out. And Moon trying to hit him hard. Dendy going to get caught with the Ice Blast from behind. Crit's going to catch him with the Dual Breath. Dendy goes down. 2 all day from Na'Vi. I was just going to ask if Monkey Business should be using this Aegis and just going right for Na'Vi, and, well, Na'Vi's kind of just right in front of him.
Yeah, now the question is how much damage can you do before the Spectre gets his Radiance? You have to secure as much as possible because Spectre becomes a different hero when the Radiance comes online. So they will be looking to get as much towers as possible, lay down as much vision, and I'm not so sure about going high ground yet because Na'Vi's heroes definitely have very good high ground defensive capabilities with all the spam spells they have, the Fate Bolt, the Power Shot, the Fissure. So I think right now the plan for Monkey Business is just to remove all the outer towers, place down vision, and see how things go from there.
Here they come, looking to restrict that farm from Na'Vi. If they could take out these outer towers, that means there's only limited places that Na'Vi can comfortably go to farm. And what little options there are to farm, they have to force it all on Funnick. Kind of leaves everyone else with not much to work with here. And it looks like they're possibly going to be able to take down this tier 2 without much trouble. Even a mech will help restore them up, and they'll swing back out. Na'Vi kind of picking out the high ground, anticipating that Monkey Business are going to be having that very assertive vision here. You can see even Dendy, it feels like a little, mission to have to even go out and scout out the nearby jungle if it's safe to farm, because here's Business again, mid lane with an Aegis on Miracle, happy to kind of dangle him out in front and start sieging.
I think they need a pipe though this game to actually go high ground. I guess Moon Meander has to be the best candidate to get a pipe on. Even Na'Vi also could use a pipe because there's so much spell damage on Monkey Feet.
Is it just to worry about the Earthshaker high ground defense for the pipe?
Yeah, I mean it's also because of the
Radiance,
spam, right? They're gonna push. They're gonna try and push, and they're gonna be always greeted by a Power Shot, a Fate Bolt, a Fissure. So having the pipe definitely will help them push high ground much better. So I'm curious to see whether the Darkseer chooses to go down that route because it's much more of a all-in play. You want to make sure that you get the most out of the current situation rather than going for maybe a bigger item like a Hex or a Shiva. Pipe is just more of an all-in that you want to finish the game as early as
you
possible.
want to get rid of our ward? PSM's in trouble. He's just trying to get that vision back here for Na'Vi, but here comes everybody. Even a Haunt now going to be committed from Havos, but doesn't matter. Their little Rubik is going to be going down. Na'Vi going to be down a Haunt now.
Are they going to try high ground because there's no Haunt?
Uh-oh, Miracle. Showing it with his body language like he might want to here, WinteR.
It's not going to be easy as well though because there's still Power Shot and Fissure. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. They should be able to do some sort of damage onto the tower, but pushing the Rex, I'm not so sure if they can actually get the job done.
Miracle's going to start it off, though. Gets some little poking damage here on this tier 3. Gets some help from Fly. What level does he have this Frost Armor up to? Already level 3. This is big work, especially for someone like Spectre. There's going to be the dagger. He gets tracked up. Still has life on this Aegis here. And this tier 3 is going to be going down in just a moment, WinteR. They even have the little liquid fire to slowly take it apart. Na'Vi just don't have much of an answer as it is right now. They don't want to be forced to use out this Blink and Echo on an Aegis here. But Business have the time, and they're going to be able to start taking away these racks. Just a methodical gameplay. Blink now picked up on Dendy. There's going to be the early Fissure. They're trying to time this one out. Dendy's going to commit the Focus Fire. We'll get caught up with an Ice Path. Miracle now committing in with a call down here. And, they're going to be sapping away. Only homing missile is going to be stolen. They are going to take down the one set of racks. Range, very low, but the melee has been dropped, and that's all that Monkey Business wanted, and they're out of here.
That actually became so costly, losing that Rubik, because with the Rubik alive, that would have not been possible. Because they would have taken so much spam from the Rubik as well. So you could see they were already, even though there was only 4 heroes, they were really taking so much spam from the other heroes. So if the Rubik was alive, that would have not happened at all. So right now they have the Radiance completed on Hovos, minute 24. So it's still not the end of the world losing 1 melee Rex, because you have Spectre. You should be able to still win a fight later on, as long as you don't fall too far behind. So I don't think you should count Navi out yet. It's still possible for them.
Yeah,
If they land a good Echo and the Spectre haunts in, cleans up everyone, so they do have the damage to actually win a team fight.
But Monkey Business and their supports are also just getting so rich at this point. Their team fight looks ridiculous. Fly's already sitting on 1k in reserve. We saw the pickup here. Crit bought a Blink Dagger, which is now going to be snagged up.
Yeah, good initiating tool for him, so he can actually make a first move if he sees the Earthshaker. I think Shaker would be one of the biggest targets that he wants to catch up with if he use Ice Path combo to actually remove the team fight potential, because Navi's biggest team fight is on Funnick, the Echo Stem, the Blink Echo. So if they can actually remove him out of the equation, the team fights becomes easy for Monkey Business. So they would be looking to target down the Earthshaker as fast as they can in a team fight.
Miracle has his BKB now complete, a fresh and shiny 10 seconds to work with, and they just continue to take the majority of this map and farm, and Navi still kind of being corralled at this point, WinteR, like little sheep. Can't really go out very far. So Nico is leading out like he wants to get something done, but this bounty hunter...
There's a gem though, he has to be very careful when he's running too far out of the map. And I talked about during the draft where the bounty needs to secure vision by running around to track people, but with the early gem and the level 3 Necro Book, things is so difficult for him to actually do his job.
That gem is on crit. Pretty close, but not
so
close
they
enough.
have only one ward on the map right now for Navi, near the Roche Pit. Yep.
Right here.
This vision is not so helpful now since Roshan is still not alive.
Oh, saw Miracle got that bounty rune. That's a lot of intel right there.
Yeah, I guess seeing the gyro would mean that probably the whole team is down there. So they are feeling safe right now because they saw the gyro.
They're pinging out like they want to go towards the top lane and maybe split pressure a bit.
They want to send Hovos as far away from the fight as possible, so he gets to choose to come at the last moment. So right now we see all of Monkey Business side gathering at bottom. How many heroes are bottom? Can we see 3 heroes? No. Ideally you want to wait for the next Aegis before you actually try to make another high ground siege. That is the safest play, however. But right now they have BKB completed on Gyro.
Yeah.
And they have Necro 3, they have Mech. But they still don't have the pipe, right? I'm not sure what the Darkseer went for.
He went Greaves, finished up the Greaves recipe in the meantime.
The Greaves,
yeah.
So if they wait for the next Roshan, I mean, if he wants a pipe, he's going to get it at the next Roshan. So right now, Monkey Business, they want to use their freshly completed BKB on Miracle to try and siege.
What they don't know is Big Daddy's creeping in, going to get off the roar on the PSM. Return fire from Funnick. Gets off a decent echo, but it's not going to be enough as Miracle will shrug it off with a BKB. Funnick is annihilated, and he is out. 50 seconds, does have a buyback. Havos now even caught out in the Yules. Walls laid down. Miracle with a swift double kill. Buyback's going to be forced out from Havos. Nice fissure block, though, from Funnick. Miracle's going to be blocked into trouble. And look at Monkey Business go down 1 by 1. It's going to be a full team wipe here for Na'Vi. What a hell of a hold. Costs them a bit with the buybacks, but it seems to be just worth it. And they're going to get a gem. This is a huge morale boost right now for Na'Vi.
They use 2 buybacks? Or 3? 2. Was it 2?
They used 1 on Havos, 2 with Funnick. Funnick and Havos.
Funnick as well. So it was still a heavy price, but I think worth it, like you mentioned, because they get the gem as well. That's why I was thinking the safest play was to get the road. It's respawning in 1 soon already, so obviously they don't know it's 1 minute, but obviously the safest play is to just get the Aegis on the gyro before they actually do that. So I was actually kind of surprised they actually went for it, even though they are really strong, but the buybacks there you have to always account for. The Spectre buyback is one of the strongest buyback in the game if you haven't used your Horn apart from the Storm Spirit buyback. So that was what actually won them the game. I think Hovos made a really good call. Shaker already died at the start of the fight, so he knew that he needed to go up front to actually draw attention and uses his buyback to maximum efficiency there.
And now he's going to be in a bit of a prettier position, nearly 1,800 gold saved up. Do you tank up here at this point if you're Havos?
For, I think, Manta or Heart. I think Manta is also really good. Anything that allows you to be much more survivable in the fights, so would be really nice for him. I don't think they really lack damage, as you see in the last fight. They totally, if you get the right opening, they totally kill and chase down everyone. So they just need everyone to be much more tanky, so you survive the initial burst from the vacuum into the ice path and the call down. So if you survive the first combo, the drawn-out fights will be more or less likely to be won by Na'Vi because they have the Spectre.
This time, though, Monkey Business will have an Aegis here. So if Monkey Business decide to take this Aegis and go for another quick push, will Na'Vi still kind of have that amount of spunk? They won't have the buyback this time. They'll have the Haunt, they'll have the Echo.
They need to rely the buyback on maybe Dandy. I think Dandy is the next buyback you think about. Because I feel that they might actually need to rely on another buyback to actually hold their racks here. So Dandy should be the one saving power back, I imagine. Dandy and maybe the Rubik as well. Two of the heroes. I think as long as you have 2 buybacks, you should be fine against what Monkey Business have here. Do they have the Demon Edge on Gyro, or he just has the double Gyro?
He just has the double Javelin for now, it looks like. I look at the creep, still only got a smoke, so still has a ways to go to finish out the MKB. But bottom lane, he's actually up in arms with Havos. Drops the call down. Havos is in trouble.
Wow,
Havos is dead.
How did he actually get the solo kill?
Oh
my god.
Man, lift pullback here. Miracle still ready to go swinging. These creeps, though, are going to be able to mitigate a lot of the damage from the Rocket Barrage.
How did he actually... He just ran up, dropped a call down, and got probably a Sage proc, and just finish him with a Rocket Barrage.
Fissure lands will block him back, but that's just maybe Havos
they need to
taking
push out
too tough of a fight, one that he was not ready for.
Man, I totally did not expect that to happen.
I didn't either. That's why I wasn't even looking. Couldn't hear the poor thing, but does go down. PSM's going to be stealing the dual breath here. Better hope he can use it enough to stop this push because Miracle's already on the high ground, and yeah, they have 40 seconds with no Spectre. We'll have the Haunt on her return, but this could be potentially a Rax to go down here. Miracle's easily going to be able to chunk through this tier 3.
Oh no, they didn't
well
kill
spread.
the creeps.
Ooh, Big Daddy blinking in. Doesn't commit the Primal Roar.
My god, they missed all their spells. They're not killing the creeps. They're not stopping the push.
Yep, the tier 3, it's done for. 20 more seconds till Havost is back. Business are still committing in for this one. They're even going to Guardian Greaves up. Rax is now exposed and Necro 3 going to town right now. This melee Rax is in huge trouble. Na'Vi, still no answer. In 7 seconds, they'll have something. Do Business pull back? They're trying to. Miracle, though, is going to be blocked off. Is Havost going to commit the Haunt once he comes back to life? No.
Safe discipline play there.
Have to let him go.
Getting the melee Rax. Spectre revives, just back off.
Yep.
No chances taken after what happened the last time around. So I'm actually feeling good for them. They actually realized that they are not in such a huge lead as they expected. They were so confident the last time they did the push.
Yeah.
But this time around, they are taking things much more carefully. And they realize that if they lose one more fight like that, the game would just become really hard for them to deal with the Spectre. And Hovos is actually opting to go for a BKB.
Looks like it, unless this is
wow,
some sort of value SMY.
Very unusual on the Spectre to go for a BKB. SMY...
They have so much lockdown, you think, probably with just like the Yule setup and
yeah, maybe a
vacuum throwing him around.
He probably is thinking that he gets kite around too much by the Jakiro slow and also the ice armor and the Nova from the Lich. So he wants to get that BKB so he can actually move freely in the fight.
There they go, the browsing out.
It's not something you see too much from Spectre though, because you just want stat-based item, HP. Oh no.
Oh, Vos not going anywhere. Tries to TP. There's a Primal Roar. There's a Chain Frost. There's a Macro Pyre. There's a death. Vos is going to be dropped. Good catch out from the 3 here.
There
Monkey
is only
Business.
Death.
There is only death.
That sounds so morbid.
Well, the game is looking pretty morbid here for Na'Vi at this point, though. Even though the score 15-15, that's going to be another takedown of Vavost. Mid lane Miracle, the true powerhouse this game.
Man, the last time they had to hold on for what 40 seconds or 50 seconds. This time they have to hold on for less. They should be able to do it. Oh, nice feature block.
Yeah.
Do they have a Force Staff to get him out of trouble?
Yeah, he doesn't have a
there
crazy amount of time on this Aegis here.
We see the pipe on the Darkseer now.
Yep. They're popping everything off. Miracle still holding on to that first life. Tier 3 is going to be going down, and now the melee Rax under huge trouble here. They're going to get a nice Shackle lead in from Funnick. Decent Echo Slam. Trying to burst down at least crit. Miracle could lose his first life, but he's able to quickly burst down Sonico with it. Now the call down, the second life to fly out here. Still haven't taken the Rax, but Miracle looking to finish it off. We'll get the melee ones down. Turns a 180 and steps back outside the base.
They should be backing off right now. They should be backing off.
Havost is back now. He's going to commit the Haunt here, WinteR. They better hope they can get something out of it. They're on the retreat. Havos is not going to get any sort of catch, and they turn it back around. PSM and Dendy both go down, immediately annihilated. Miracle's going to get both of those, and now looks for Havos. Havos has no way to turn around at this point. He's just trying to get a hold of Crit. Crit will be dropped there, assisted from Funnick, but they lose to Havos again, and that is game, WinteR. We are done. 34 minutes in. Monkey Business sweep Na'Vi 2-0. Na'Vi are going to be pushed down into that lower bracket. And Business,
Back in business.
they're looking good.
They did lose a couple of series though last week or so. Not doing too well, but this series, however, was really convincing from them. A slight couple of hiccups in this game. I guess just one hiccup, the bottom push. But the whole game was really solid from them. They had a very clear game plan. They secured every lane's farm. Everyone had good farm, even though the Darkseer died a couple of times in the early game because he didn't expect the skill build that the Spectre went for, the Max Desolate, that dealt so much damage to him in the laning phase. But overall, I feel like Monkey Business in these two games had very well thought out strategies, and they just executed much better.
It just feels like for Na'Vi, they just don't have...
They were not on the same page.
Yeah,
honestly.
Someone's putting out a game plan, and everybody's just kind of still doing a bit of their own thing, and they're not like giving it their whole
remember
commitment.
the rotation they made to middle? It was like Dandy wanted to go in, Soneko didn't want to go in, and then the Fissure came out on another target. It was just so uncoordinated at all. You do not expect that from a team that has been playing together for quite some time though. So I sense something is wrong with the team, within the team.
Too many cooks, maybe. The whole saying. I don't know who's kind of making the...
Maybe the recipe is wrong.
Yeah, right.
Too much salt. Too much salt.
Too much salt in the recipe. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it's not going to work out for Na'Vi on this go. They will be put down to that lower bracket. But Monkey Business continue to look strong here. Hi, Cat. What a day. Apologies on the earlier technical hiccups. We'll look to resort it out. But that is going to do it, WinteR. We had a nice, easy shift today. So we'll go ahead and enjoy the rest of our day.
Na'Vi did not have a nice, easy shift.
No, but maybe this will be a bit of a wake-up call for them. They still have a chance to come back, so we'll have to see what
But it's BO1, right?
I think it's still best of 3 now in the lower bracket for the Summit 4, yeah. So they still have a series to work with here.
They need to fix their issues right away.
Something needs to be done. That's for sure.
Maybe they need to just heart-to-heart talk.
Something.
Yeah, go heart-to-heart talk and just fix whatever they need to fix.
We'll see what's going to happen with them, but that's going to wrap things up for us. I'm KotlGuy for Beyond the Summit. That handsome gentleman there is WinteR. And if you missed any of the action, we'll be putting up the rebroadcast, and all the VODs will be, of course, on the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel. A pleasure as always, and we'll catch you tomorrow for more Summit 4 action. See you soon.
The Cruiser arrived in the dark, they pull it.